What up, though? It's your host, Kamal Lucata, and welcome to the Kamal Lucata Show, where we'll be discussing a plethora of topics from entertainment, politics, news, sports, you name it, we'll cover it in an entertaining but informational manner. First off, let me get you the viewers familiar with who I am. My name is Kamal Lucata, and the name Kamal is a name that originates from the northern region of the African continent, meaning together man. Lucata is a name originating from the southern region of Africa, meaning inheritance. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, and I grew up on the east side, and I attended Kettering and Finney high schools. I graduated from Kettering. I attended University of Phoenix and Wayne State University. Before I go any further, let me just stop at my name, Kamal Lucata. We got to remember as African Americans that we were dismembered from a lot of our heritage when we came here. And it's important to take in consideration when you name your children what that name means and the significant role that it plays in your child's development and their future success. So remember that. So like I said, my name is Kamal Lucata, and when my mother named me that, she expected me to be a together man, and I think I am a together man. And Lucata is an inheritance. So just keep that in mind. When you name your children, keep in mind the significant role that it plays in their development. Okay, let me continue. Back in the days, I used to rap, and eventually I started my own independent rap label and management group called Legendary Entertainment. Through Legendary Entertainment, I managed several different rap groups. I think there was about 3 different rap groups that I managed overall. Okay, and eventually I moved on to different ventures. That was, the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, I made a cameo on the bonus footage of the 8 Mile DVD, the major motion picture 8 Mile. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you all saw that movie. I shouldn't even have to ask that. I mean, everybody saw 8 Mile. So if you want to get a chance to see me in person, one of the earliest footages of me is on the bonus footage of the 8 Mile DVD. I'm on the battle rap tryouts. Okay, we were trying out to battle rap Eminem. Thank goodness I didn't make it, because that was just a quick way to get your career ended, trying to battle Eminem, even if it was just in a movie. But anyway, later on I became a freelance writer and interviewer for various entertainment publications. I interviewed the likes of Slum Village, Awesome Dre, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and even Detroit hip-hop legend Big Herc. During my stint as a community programs analyst at Northwest Activity Center on Detroit's west side, I gained experience working in the community and dealing with several elected officials throughout the Detroit community and Wayne County community. Eventually, I got back into acting again. That was when I had eventually picked up a small role in an Al Nuke produced movie, 17,000 Block. Those of us who are familiar with Detroit's hip hop community are familiar with Al Nuke, who is a Detroit hip hop legend. And eventually Al Nuke took his talents and began pretty much went from rapping to becoming a director. He started directing movies, and he's very successful at that. And one of his first movies was 17,000 Block. It came out around 2008, 2007 or 2008, if I recall. And in that movie, I actually got shot in that movie. Thanks, Al. So I probably won't be in any part 2 of that movie, any sequels of that movie, unless I'm a ghost or something like that. But anyway, I appreciated that opportunity though, because I got a lot of people saw that movie and they really Gave me a lot of accolades for my small role in that movie. But it's a great movie. Check it out when you get a chance. It's you can find it on DVD. You can find it online. I wish there was a way I could put the outlets out here or have the information where you can find that at. But anyway, during that time, I also started throwing several cabarets in Detroit. What are cabarets? If you're not from Detroit, and it would be great if I got listeners beyond Detroit. But in the meantime, just so the people will know in the future, if you're not from Detroit, the cabarets are cabaret is a something, a homegrown tradition in Detroit. You rent a hall, you got a bunch of tables that people could sit down, tables and chairs. There's a dance floor, there's a DJ, there's a picture booth. There's somebody in the back in the kitchen selling chicken wings, hot sausages and things like that. And then you got people dancing on the dance floor. And the DJ is pretty much playing what he wants. It's just it's a homegrown tradition in Detroit that's been going on for over 50 years. And nobody in the country does it like Detroit. All right. I started throwing cabarets, and some of my cabarets consisted of comedy shows. I branched off into managing some of Detroit's best local comedy talent, and I really enjoyed doing that. I worked with local talent such as Clayton Thomas, who is now working in Hollywood right now. He's one of the greatest writers behind the Hollywood scenes right now. You may have seen him on I forgot that show with Omar Gooding. It's Omar Gooding. He's on a show with him. I don't know if it's called Family Man or something like that. I think that's the name of the show, Family Man, something like that. But it's you usually find that show on Bounce TV. He's the best friend of Omar Gooding. Okay. I also work with Blackberry and Mike Larry and Josh Adams, 3 great comedians on the local Detroit scene. And I work with another brother named Gil. Gil, if I'm correct, his last name is Stewart. And at that time, he went by the name of The Real Gil. And very talented brother. Recently, I published my first book by the name of Legendary Detroit Mentality. And that's an urban novel based on my experience as a young hip-hop artist in Detroit. So as you may notice, the name Legendary, which, like I said earlier on in the podcast, that I had started a record label and a management group called Legendary Entertainment. So that's kind of based on when I was into that field and just some of the ups and downs of what I had to go through. But it's fictionalized into a third person story. Okay, so it's very interesting. I've been getting a lot of rave reviews about that, so you definitely want to check that out. I'm currently working on my second book, but you can find my book, which is available in hard copy and ebook form on Amazon.com. That's Legendary Detroit Mentality by Lucada. That's the name. That's the author name I go by. I just go by my last name, Lucada. And you can find it. You can find it on Amazon.com. That's Legendary Detroit Mentality. Okay. Trust me, you'll enjoy this book. You'll definitely enjoy it. It's 300 pages, so you'll definitely enjoy it. I took my time writing it. So basically that's it. You know a little bit about me. Now let's get to know who you, my listeners, are. My listeners consist of those who enjoy good, entertaining conversation and great research-based information. My listeners are also individuals who enjoy listening to great interviews and also updates about sports and current events. There you have it in a nutshell. My listeners, in other words, my listeners are the most intelligent people in the world. How about that? Okay. Y'all smarter than me. Let's just put it like that. I love y'all already, and I ain't even met y'all yet. Okay. Here's some of the topics that we'll be touching on in the near future. We'll definitely be talking about politics. Trust me, we can never run out of things to talk about when it comes to politics as long as we got this idiot in office. Oops, I'm sorry. As long as we got this guy in office named Trump, Donald Trump. What do you think? Do you think Donald Trump is on the verge of impeachment? I do. But that's a, whole nother. We'll be talking about that in future podcasts. We'll be talking about sports. Do you think the Cavs and the Warriors are on a collision course? I think so. It looks to me like the Cavs and the Warriors have both garnered a new rivalry that rivals the rivalries of the 80s with the Lakers and the Celtics. And slowly but surely, they have both created dynasties. So I think it takes I think both teams have won a championship each in the last couple of years. But in order for either of the teams to be considered a dynasty, they have to both at least win. Whoever wins a championship this year, they will be considered a dynasty because they both have been in the finals for at least 3 years. So that plus 2 championships, I would say, garners what you would call a dynasty. So also we'll be talking about what's going on in Detroit hip hop, with the state of Detroit hip hop and hip hop overall, because I love hip hop and I love Detroit hip hop. What do you think about artists like T Grizzly, Dej Loaf, Big Sean, artists who have made it big from Detroit and are making a lot of noise on the national scene? Do you think that their success will open doors for some of the up and coming artists here in Detroit? I am not a hater of Detroit rap music. I come from the Run DMC era, but I still love the new music that's out now. So shout out to artists like Band Gang, YNS The Mob. Who else that I like and I listen to? I like Rocaine. I like Smoke Campchino, Snap Dogg. Who else? Payroll is the man. Payroll is hot, man. That guy's next to blow. Icewear Vizzo, free that guy, man. That guy is next to blow. Peasy, Eastside Peasy, next to blow. I mean, these guys are hot. Those last 3 guys I just named are hot. It goes on and on. I mean, we'll be talking more about it. So if I didn't mention one of your favorite groups or acts, trust me, I'll be talking about them in the near future, okay? Also, we'll be talking, we'll be touching on the weather every now and then, like, for instance, what kind of summer do you think we'll be having? Is it going to be a hot summer? Is it going to be a rainy summer? Is it going to be a cold summer? Is it going to be, last year we had a real hot summer, if you recall. So, we'll be touching on some things like that. That's it. That actually wraps it up for today for my first podcast. So I hope you all enjoyed this first podcast. I definitely enjoyed talking with you all. I look forward to bringing my listeners lots of excitement in weeks to come. Shout out to our sponsor, Irving Professionals, located on East 9 Mile Road, just east of Gratiot Avenue in East Point. Okay. And it's located on if you're coming from Gratiot, let's say you're coming from 8 Mile and you're on Gratiot and you go north up to 9 Mile Road, you would make a right turn on to East 9 Mile Road and the school would be on the right hand side. Okay. So shout out to Irving Professionals, the place where medical professionals are trained. If you are looking to become a CNA or a patient care tech, if you're looking to get into the nursing field or just any area of the medical field, Irving Professionals is the place to check into. So look them up online. I'll have more information for them down the road. We have a lot of people, a lot of success stories that has come out of that school. It's the best medical professional training program in Detroit. Okay. Also, don't forget to get your copy of my book, Legendary Detroit Mentality. You can get your hard copy or download your e-version by going to Amazon.com. Okay, don't forget, the name of the book is Legendary Detroit Mentality. If you're looking up the book by the author's name is Licata. That's me. My last name is Licata. Okay, so you want to look that up. It's Legendary Detroit Mentality. Okay, and that's on Amazon.com. Trust me, if you're from Detroit, you definitely want to check this out. If you're not from Detroit and you want to learn more about the culture of Detroit, get this book. Okay, if you like to become a sponsor on the show, you can email me at authorlucata@gmail.com. Okay, that is author, just like the author of a book, Licata, and it's all one word, at gmail.com. Let me spell that for you. That's A-U-T as in Tommy, H as in Harry, O-R, L as in Larry, U-K-A-T as in Tommy, A, at gmail.com. That's all one word, authorlucata@gmail.com. That's my email address. My Instagram is Lucata_the_author. Okay, that's my Instagram. And my Twitter is simply Author Licata. Okay, so everything is Author Licata pretty much, except for my Instagram is Lucata_the_author. Okay, thank you all for listening. I am your host, Kamal Licata, and this is the Kamal Licata Show. Peace out, and see you next week.